Ladies and gentlemen, tonight on the Newshour at 10 this Monday evening, it's the big bang announcement coming in from Tamil Nadu. The family hinted at it while speaking to me, but it's the political aid that spills out the plan for Neta Rajini, founder of the Gandhiya Makkal Iyakam. Tamil Aruvi Maniyan has met Rajinikanth twice to help him finalize his political plunge. Listen in.
When you are elected to power, then how you will address the grievances of the farmers and others? I asked him directly, and he said very plainly, sir, I have three important dreams. One is interlinking southern rivers from Mahanadi to Kaveri. That is the one and only solution for our water-starving state. My second priority is to give a government free from corruption. And my third priority is to maintain transparency in all spheres of governance. So if I do this, if I achieve all these priorities, definitely I would be fully satisfied, he said.
Well, there's more. There's more. He's not talking about the plan, but he's also outlined the agenda. Like he just said, interlinking of rivers is one of the three core issues for Rajinikanth. Listen in.
He is preparing his blueprint. When he enters into politics, when he launches his political party, he will explain everything in detail to the people.
And what is the time frame? And you were telling me about a meeting on August 20th in which you are going to talk about Rajinikanth in Trichy. Trichy being the hotbed and where Rajinikanth has a lot of support. Is this something that you are trying to do to gauge the mood of the public and to test the waters?
No, that is a trial for Rajinikanth's entry. You can take it likewise. On 20th August, we are going to convene a conference in Trichy. There I am going to explain why Rajinikanth is compelled to enter into political arena, that too particularly in electoral politics, and what is his agenda, what is his dream. So I am going to explain all these things in detail. And at the same time, on behalf of the people, I want to convey what are all the expectations of the people from Rajinikanth if he is elected to power. So I certainly think that it will be a very massive crowd on 20th. So if I speak about Rajinikanth, thousands of people will assemble there and to listen my speech. Then if Rajinikanth directly comes to the dais,
will he?
Of course. So for that cause only I told, it is only a trial.
So when can we expect Rajinikanth floating a political party? How soon is going to happen?
I think after finishing his busy schedule for Kala and Yendran too, he would announce it.
Right.
Yes, before that he is preparing his ground well.
Indiran 2 and Kala, and after that it's politics. That's what Mr. Maniyan says ahead of his forthcoming release. Son-in-law Dhanush, who's also producing Kala, starring Rajinikanth, and also Rajinikanth's daughter Saundarya, who's directing VIP 2, while speaking to me on Opinion, has this to say.
So has politics and political career and plunge, has this been discussed, or you'd want to stay clear of it?
No, right now all I can say is like whatever Sir does, it will be for the best, and people love him. He's a man of masses, and we all like when we say we all know what people want. So just like that, we are also very, very eagerly waiting to see what's going to happen.
So now coming back to that aspect of how does it affect you? This buzz about Rajini sir's intended political move, has he ever discussed all of this with you, or you just let him do his thing and you doing your thing?
I think it's always whatever. It's not something new as a family for us that anything my father does is highly discussed and highly spoken about. He is a very, very important person,
but he's had these thoughts in the past, has he, or hasn't he? Because you've been part.
He's been dragged into the whole scenario of politics in the past. Yes, but he's he knows what to say when, and he knows what to do when. And I think as a family, we will support whatever decision he makes. And as of now, he's busy filming, and that's what he's doing his movie. Yeah. He's producing that movie, and my father's focusing on his job right now. And if something has to be said, or if any announcement, any decision has to be made, I think he'll do it when he thinks it's right.
Well, so the stage is set for this tectonic August shake-up. The Trichy bugle to Tamil Nadu. Is India ready for Neta Rajini? The hashtag is Neta Rajini trailer. On invo.in, people have already started asking questions and sharing their opinions. So tell us what you think. Because is India ready? The first question Srinivasan from Bangalore is asking is what will happen to the 1 rupee idli? Eager to know whether Rajini will continue. But they say the issue of interlinking of rivers is very important. Is there a link to the BJP? Is somebody else who's asking? Agnel Pereira from Goa is watching this and he's asking, so this is national interest, what's happening in Tamil Nadu? But here is the fact, as I say good evening to our panelists, Sabha Nakwi, S. Murari, C. Rajashekaran, Vinoba Bhupati, A. Saravanan, Rahul Ishwar and Narayanan Tirupati. Rajinikanth will go it alone. That's the other insight that we have got. We are given to understand that he will work with whoever is at the center for the benefit of the state. He will not be joining any political party. He will not be linking with the BJP. Mr. Pereira, if you're watching this broadcast, that's what we are given to understand, and that the BJP is not behind Rajinikanth. Can we put out those points? Rajinikanth will go it alone. Mr. Saravanan, what does that mean for the DMK?
Means, see, we have been having this debate for the last 3 months, and our leader, Mr. M.K. Stalin, has made it very clear that if Rajinikanth is going to enter politics, he is welcome to do so. And he has expressed his thankfulness for the gracious comment made by Mr. Rajinikanth. This is one aspect of the matter. The other aspect is that without the BJP supporting Mr. Rajinikanth, I think it will not be possible for him to sustain here. I have made it earlier also. Only if the BJP pulls the rug under the ADMK government, Mr. Rajinikanth can enter and sustain in politics. If this government is allowed to continue its full term till 2021, I think Mr. Rajinikanth's factor is not going to help the BJP or anybody.
No, but he is not going in with the BJP. He is going to go it alone. What stands out at this point, Rahul Ishwar, is that Mr. Rajinikanth is saying he is not linking himself to any of the Dravidian parties, nor is he linking himself to any of the national parties. He is linking himself to the people. 3-point agenda works with me. I'm very happy. Interlinking of all the rivers in South India, it's a mega visionary project. Imagine what it means.
Yeah, very true. Very true. And dear Anand, on a lighter note, if I can start, Rajinikanth is a party to himself, so he doesn't need to join other parties. And as I've told you earlier, it is not that Rajinikanth is joining politics. We, on a metaphoric, humorous way, say politics is joining Rajinikanth. That
yes.
is the stage of the person on a articulated lighter note. Now coming to the serious aspect, Rajinikanth can definitely emerge as a pan-South Indian figure who can represent South India's interest along with Tamil interest on a national scene. People like Vijay are always taken on attire of social activists. Even from Telugu or Andhra, people like Pavan Kalyan, who has been airing many kind of social activism kind of opinion. Rajinikanth is a very non-controversial, all acceptable figure, except maybe 1%, 99% from both the end of the spectrum likes the person called Rajinikanth. And Rajinikanth is a very inclusive, pluralist, at the same point of time very nationalistic kind of person. So there is a huge space and void right now in Tamil politics. He has taken an active stand in Jallikattu. He has started to air views on different things. The mega linking project is a wonderful project. Yes. And we all know that Narendra Modi personally, when he called on Rajinikanth and went to his home, he has been receiving many political leaders more from the right in his home. So it is an ideal political state set. He has a huge mass base. But the greatest enemy of Rajinikanth is going to be the over expectations on Rajinikanth. People are going to expect some kind of a big bang entry even from the beginning. people expect that it is going to be a movie like, Mudalvan like stuff where he is simply riding into CM, or if we take the Tamil Andhra example, something like an NT Ramarao or an MGR from Tamil Nadu earlier on. But the new situations are very nuanced and challenged. MGR took very cautious steps when he transformed his Nandigar Tilagam fan base into some kind of a potent political force. So we have to see the organizing ability of Rajinikanth, the ability or the political acumen of Rajinikanth, and we all know he is a good human being at heart. We hope he will contribute more to Tamil and national politics.
But being a good human being is not enough. Otherwise, many people would have done very well in politics. Politics is a different demon altogether. And as I bring in Vinoba Bhupati and Mr. Murari and I go across to Sabha Naqvi, since you're talking about Rajini, we have to, and you said politics is Rajinikanth, I have to say, I'm always reminded of this whenever they talk about Rajinikanth's political entry. Remember the movie Muthu? For our South audiences, he says, "Na eppo varuven, eppadi varuveno, yarukkum theriyadu. Eppo varunumo, appo correcta vanduruven." Correct. So that means when I will make an entrance, where and how, nobody will know. But when I do make one, it will be the right time. And this is the right time. This is the right time, Sabha Naqvi, in Tamil Nadu politics. This is the right time. Even on the national scene, this is the right time.
So,
Can I come? Pass me.
Mr. Murari, after Sabhaji.
Should I say a few things while sitting far away in Delhi?
Yes, you should.
One, obviously a figure like Rajinikanth entering politics is very thrilling for all of us who he is a personality. But I just want to point out one thing, a very, very simple thing. We have a history of big superstars in the South being very, very successful in politics. But just a small point, I'm just saying this, is that MGR entered politics when he was much younger under Anna Durai. He was in the DMK before he floated the Anna DMK. Rajinikanth is already 67 years old. I know that he's perceived to be somebody. Now you're going to enter politics at this point. At this age, NTR in Andhra Pradesh, I think in his late 50s, late 60s, early 60s, he had entered politics. So, I mean, I don't know, there is a vacuum here. Jayalalitha was, of course, in politics by MGR's side. But so now we have somebody making it'll be a big entry. I have no doubt about that. There'll be mega fan clubs, and there's such a vacuum in Tamil Nadu. I have no doubt that a person like him can also succeed. But politics also requires a certain application, and it requires, so I don't know anything about his abilities over there. They remain completely untested right now.
True, and I'm talking about, because we're talking about the three core issues, amidst all the fun that we'll have around the star and the superstar that is Rajinikanth, Mr. Murari, one of the key issues that he's talking about is interlinking of rivers. And I remember that, in 2002, he had promised a certain amount of money towards interlinking of rivers. He's pledged that money today, many years later, more than a decade and a half later, but he's pledged 1 crore towards interlinking of rivers. That was his first indication. The other aspect, Mr. Murari, is look at the volumes that he can generate. 50,000 fan clubs. 50,000 fan clubs in Tamil Nadu itself. Average number of members is 50. That's a lot of ground force if mobilized right. He's sitting on a lot of mass power, people power.
Yeah, can I come in, please?
Yes.
I don't want to pour cold water on your enthusiasm. Sorry, I get an echo. From what you have said, he has not said anything about entering politics. It is the people who are around him who are saying if he comes there, there will be a big difference and all that. And now, anybody can enter politics. That goes for Rajini also.
Correct.
And there is a vacuum. He is a popular leader. He has a fan following, whether it is 50 lakhs or whatever, that is immaterial. But as remember, we have 5 crore voters, and it is not as though only the fans vote, the middle class, educated middle class, who did make a difference.
Yeah.
So if it is going to be all on party lines, there will not be any change of regime at all. Secondly, the film popularity need not necessarily translate into vote. MGR was a phenomenon. As recently, MGR endeared himself to the masses even during his acting career, and he was associated with the DMK through his acts of charity. And Rajini has not been able to make up his mind for the last 20-25 years. And you said about Kaveri, that was at a very emotive time here when Karnataka refused to release water and the entire Tamil fraternity went on a fast. He could not take a stand on Kaveri and he had a separate fast, and then he said the only lasting solution was interlinking of rivers. What was he talking about? That was KL scheme of 1960. That was 1,000 crores, some 60s. It is all utopia. It was not in practical realm of politics at all. And every river is locked in dispute. It is not possible to interlock rivers without the resolution of the dispute. Even the
but you understand.
Region
What are you trying to say? Do you not want interlinking of rivers? Do you not want? Are you not surprised that not one politician has actually raised this matter, Mr. Murari? You're trying to shoot down Rajinikanth's entry. Go ahead, sir. But please tell me who in Tamil Nadu politics today has got the kind of mass appeal that the likes of Mr. Rajinikanth have? Are you not aware, being a senior journalist, that Tamil Nadu is driven by mass appeal? They don't look at anything else. They see mass appeal. Narayanan Tirupati, what do you say?
Not necessarily.
I am really surprised how Murari talks today, because Mr. Rajinikanth is open to come to politics, and he has been very, very clear right from the day one. And during our last rule, that is Mr. Atal Bihari Vajpayee's rule, the interlinking of rivers, we had a project, and Mr. Rajinikanth came forward to donate 1 crore if that project comes up. Immediately, on the arrival of Congress government, both Rahul and Chidambaram were the ones. They only said that it is not possible. So Congress has totally devastated that plan. Now again Mr. Rajinikanth has said he will definitely support interlinking of rivers. He is for a non-corrupt government, because in Tamil Nadu as well as Congress, DMK, Congress, AIDMK, all people are corrupt. He wants a clean Tamil Nadu. That is why he wants to enter politics. There is nothing wrong.
Right. No, but see,
nothing wrong in entering politics. What is his agenda? What is going to be?
So when he's spelling out the agenda, you are not responding to the agenda. Let me bring in. Mr. Murari, what have you decided? You've just decided that I'm just going to oppose whatever Rajinikanth says or does and his entry. What was the problem? I don't know. Because you talked about Kaveri. 2002, he sat on a hunger strike for the Kaveri issue. In 2008, he was forced to tender an apology to the Karnataka Rakshana Vedike for his indecent language as they threatened to stall his film to Salem. But the point is, so what? So he has to time it right? This is not. Is this not the right time? Now, Vinoba Bhupati, as I bring you in,
15 years for the right time. Come on.
So what? So what?
I was not in politics at all. That's the question of being in power.
So what? So he's doing it now. At that time, you had J. Jayalalitha, you had others, you had Mr. Karunanidhi, you had other people. Now, as I bring in Vinoba Bhupati,
why they have not done?
One of our viewers, anonymous, he's a regular viewer of the Newshour. He says, why do you need an amateur like Rajini? Why not bring in Anbumani Ramadas? He's saying, why not bring in people like Dr. Anbumani? No time to train new entrants. So that should make you smile, Vinoba. Don't frown. But the fact is that if Mr. Rajinikanth comes, then he's going to erode all the support that you guys have, even in northern Tamil Nadu.
Nothing, I'll tell you. Anand, that particular caller is not only bringing me happy, but also the whole of Tamil Nadu. I'll tell you why. One small reason. See, anybody can come into politics. We are not against it. But only thing is, the rationale behind our resistance towards cinema characters entering into politics is based on the evidence what happened in Tamil Nadu for the past 50 years. We have a rational evidence to prove what happens in Tamil Nadu. See, imagine the financial conditions, the corruption issues with respect to Tamil Nadu in the past 50 years. We are only against the particular situation that people are wrongly motivated with the cinema personalities. See what happened to Jayalalitha now.
People are wrongly motivated.
Almost 2 terms now.
Why are you saying
now they have completely forgot her.
But if they are the ones, if star power and star appeal is the big draw in Tamil Nadu politics, then that's how it is. And if there is somebody who transcends caste barriers, at least is Rajinikanth banking on caste? Is Rajinikanth banking his politics on identity and caste?
No, I'll tell you.
Is he?
I'll tell you. the state government and many central governments can't able to solve this Kaveri issue for almost
So if he is saying he will take it up as the biggest issue,
they can easily
then that's the biggest failure of the current political parties. If he is taking up that issue and saying that's my life's mission, then that's the biggest issue that he can take. Imagine he's capitalized and he's identified three issues. One, the people are sick of corruption. So he's saying, I want a party and I want politics which is free of corruption. Two, he's reached a stage in his career where he does not need the money. So he is not anyway wanting to think about it. He's saying, I want absolutely zero corruption. He says, I want transparent governance. Transparent governance is everybody wants.
All that you are saying. I'll tell you in one line.
I am not saying, I am quoting what Mr. Manian is saying. Mr. Rajashekaran and Mr. Rajashekaran and Sarvanan come back in. Yes, Mr. Rajashekaran, you have not spoken yet.
He doesn't have any courage. With respect to Kaveri issue, he sided with Karnataka and he does not side with Tamil Nadu. It's very clear. He apologized before the people of Karnataka.
Sir, 2017, May 2017, he has come out and said, Nan Pachat Tamilan. He has come out and said he apologized to the Karnataka Rakshana Vedike.
You people made me Pachet Tamil.
Yeah, so if he's become that and he's committed to the Tamil cause or to the people of Tamil Nadu, you have got no business asking him anything more.
Authority to brand everybody Tamilan or non-Tamilan. What is the right they have?
The fact is, if he is committed to the people of the state, then should the people not respect that commitment? And what is he saying? What is he saying? He is saying, what is Mr. Manian saying? The core agenda that's been identified, and he was working in that direction. He said, I donate this 1 crore rupees to the farmers for interlinking of rivers. He did not say, because he said, if political parties of the past and the present have not bothered about it, or have not done much about it, I will do it. Yes, Rajashekaran. Yes, Mr. Rajashekaran. Is that not interlinking not a core crux of solving majority of the problems across states in the south? Who has picked it up so far?
Anand, say with due respect to Tamil Arivi Manian, but I really don't understand who gave him the right to speak on behalf of superstar Rajinikanth. Point number one.
Why are you upset that you were not asked, you were not given the agenda? Are you upset that you were not given the right? Are you upset that you were not given the right?
No. Don't shoot the messenger. Come on.
He has obviously he has got the go ahead. Obviously he's been asked. He kept his silence. He kept to his counsel for such a long time.
No, allow me to
If somebody who's been in politics and he's a seasoned person, he's somebody who's a person of renown, a person who's known very well. And he is also the founder of the Gandhiya Makkal Iyakam.
So lengthy statements about Rajinikanth. What makes Anand so happy? I don't know.
I just feel. Don't grudge this. Don't grudge this, Vinoba. We need somebody to come to the fore as a leader and take a position. Move beyond caste identity and take up the cause.
He doesn't have the courage to come and say that he is going to join politics for the last 20 years.
Please allow me to finish my point.
Okay, let Rajashekaran speak. Let Rajashekaran speak.
Yet.
He's going to join
Let Rajashekaran speak. Yeah.
I have not finished. See, the people of Tamil Nadu have witnessed all the political parties, all the so-called leaders in existence. They have been exposed to the people, and we know what is the vote bank capacity each and every political party holds, and what is the capacity and ability of the existing political leaders in Tamil Nadu. But we have not witnessed, or we have not seen the power of Rajinikanth and Kamal Haasan. Now the two superstars, one is a superstar, another one is a Ulaga Nayagan, and Padma Shri Kamal Haasan are speaking out the mind. More than Rajinikanth, Mr. Kamal Haasan is vociferous and articulate in speaking his mind to reflect the pulse of the people.
Correct.
But Rajinikanth has not made any announcement since from 1996.
Now look at that. Look at that, Sabha Nakwi.
He has not taken a call.
And Rahul Ishwar.
See, my daughter.
Look what Mr. Rajashekaran does.
My daughter.
He opens up the dynamics further and he says, let's bring in Kamal Haasan also.
Still,
the larger point.
No, let me finish. Likewise,
Everybody can come in.
And the larger point.
Many youth who were born in the year of 97, 98.
And just one humble submission.
Today. They are now keeping
Yes,
their fingers
yes,
crossed
yes, Rahul
whether
Ishwar.
Mr. Rajinikanth will come or not.
Yes,
That
Rahul
is the
Ishwar.
reality. See,
Yes,
let
Rahul
them
Ishwar.
come.
No, see, I'll tell you what.
Let them
One humble submission.
Yes.
We all know that Kamala Hassan. Yeah. Just one line.
Yeah,
We
before I
all
come to
know
Mr. Tirupati, one
that
minute.
Kamala Hassan and Rajinikanth are going to come to politics and we should welcome them. Kamala Hassan is a liberal-leaning person. Rajinikanth is a more right-leaning person. But please remember, let both come because Tamil Nadu politics needs a cleanup. Tamil Nadu politics for decades, with all great respect to our Tamil brothers, has been a hotbed of corruption, has been a hotbed of all the wrong kind of identity politics. It is very nice that one of the most prominent states will be enriched when Rajinikanth comes, when Kamala Hassan comes, and it can show a great way. They can move mass, they can move the thought process of Indian psyche.
Well, see, I'll tell you what. Mr. Kamala Hassan, what he decides to do, Mr. Kamala Hassan, let's bring in Mr. Saravanan.
To join hands,
Mr. Saravanan,
and do good to the people of the state.
You should.
I agree.
I asked you that day. I remember the questions I asked my panelists across the issue of Tamil Nadu, Sabha Nakvi, that day when they put out the invitation for the DMK 75 years commemoration. There was the name of Mr. Kamala Hassan, who's going to be there on the invite. He's there on the invite. He's going to be on the dais and he's going to participate in a discussion. What's going to happen that day, we'll have to see. But there is no Rajinikanth there because Mr. Rajinikanth declined the invitation and he said he will attend it, but not as a guest of honor or somebody who will share the dais with the DMK, but he'll come there out of respect. Very clearly the intent was there. Would you not read that as a signal saying politically, ideologically, I differ with you? I will not share the dais with you. And today he says, I want to work with a party or I want to work as with a corruption-free environment. I will form a party or a unit which is short of corruption.
So can I?
No, he didn't say.
Yes, Sabha Nakvi.
We cannot.
Yes, Sabha Nakvi.
Words of Tamiluri Manian.
Yes, Sabha Nakvi. Sabha Nakvi.
Let Rajinikanth.
Sabha Nakvi. Wait, Mr. Rajashekaran, wait. Mr. Rajashekaran, wait.
Just a few points.
Yes, Sabha. Yes, Sabha.
Just a few points sitting where I am in Delhi, but I will say as a student of politics, contrary to this whole, of course corruption is there all over India, but Tamil Nadu is way ahead of many places in India. So people sitting in Chennai, be proud also of your state. And the Dravida movement delivered many leaps to many people in Tamil Nadu. Yes, there was personality politics. So I just want to make that one point. Secondly, Anand, so you know when I hear Rahul Ishwar going on that we need entirely identity-based politics, it would also be a pity because all the parties in Tamil Nadu have been rooted in certain ideological moorings.
Yes.
To an extent, I agree there's been a terrible decline. But Anand, on the river linking point, I want to make one point because I remember vividly when Vajpayee was in power, which I covered day to day, there was a huge project about river linking. And I think Suresh Prabhu was in charge of it. And then they only said it couldn't be done. I want to just look, they didn't say it on paper, but they told all of us who were covering them. And I completely disagree. I think it's disrespect to Tamil Nadu's distinct political movements to say that it's all nonsense and now we are looking for an era with just superstars. I think that's disrespecting the unique political history of Tamil Nadu.
Yes. Now, I take that point. Now, since you talked about the Vajpayee era and what happened back then, I just want to bring this, refresh it for our viewers. 2002, I'm reading a passage from the Hindu, an article in 2002. Interlinking of rivers would not take more than 11 to 12 years. The project could be completed at a cost of 75,000 crores or at the most 1 lakh crore. Noting that the interlinking would be beneficial to all states, Rajinikanth wondered why it had not been taken up so far. Money is not a problem, don't give it as an excuse. And he says after he made the offer of 1 crore at that time, some industrialist immediately had sent a check of 10 lakh rupees, backing the move, backing the whole idea. And he says only God can do things, but I can initiate awareness. He says, and talked about various other issues, and he says, one who rules the waters rules the world. He says, As a first step, he would plead for the formation of a statutory Peninsular River Development Authority by an Act of Parliament. Direct linking of the Ganga and the Kaveri was not possible, but once the southern rivers were interlinked, the Himalayan rivers too could be linked and connected with the south through the Mahanadi and the Godavari. He is saying, noting that pressure was building up from all sides for launching the project, Mr. Rajinikanth said there was a need to seize this moment. Imagine, 2002 he thought about this, ladies and gentlemen. 2002, it's been close to his heart. And 2017, 15 years later, had this project been initiated, it would have been finished. But he is talking about it again. And this is an issue which is the core to all the problems with Karnataka, all the problems in terms of farmer suicides, all the problems in terms of those belts which are rain deficit. And he's picked that up, Mr. Tirupati. He's picked that up, and this should connect with the people. Because this is apolitical. This is humanitarian. This is something Tamil parties, Kannada parties, regional parties have not openly talked about, have not pitched for. They have not said, let's come together and do it.
Wrong. See,
Anand,
that's
Let me come in, I'm not coming.
as far as Kaveri issue is concerned, there is one more thing. This is Hemavatri and Netravati.
They're all speaking. They're all speaking together. Please, one by one. Vinoba, 1 second. Vinoba, 1 second. Let Narayanan Tirupati speak. Then Vinoba. Then we'll come to Mr. Saravanan. All of you speak at the same time. Okay, the two gentlemen sitting next to each other. Please don't speak over each other. Wait, Mr. Murari. Narayanan Tirupati. Then Mr. Murari.
Anand, BJP has got huge records for linking of rivers, whether it is state or districts. Okay, Gujarat, Madhya Pradesh, now here in Andhra Pradesh. In Karnataka, when BJP was ruling, these Hemavatri, Netravati rivers which were flowing into Arabian Sea, which was flowing in the west direction, there was a DPR, detailed project report, that this Hemavati, Netravati river should be flowed to the east by having a 8-kilometer tunnel. That project was totally closed by Congress. If that had been there, definitely this Kaveri problem would have got solved. But that was not done. Now Congress has stalled this. So it is very clear that by language, by river, by water, and by the linguistic thing, Congress has divided this country. We are trying to cooperate, we are trying to unite, and Rajinikanth is supporting that. That is what I say.
Oh, so now BJP is trying to usurp the agenda, but sir, you have got no voice in Tamil politics. Rajinikanth does. So
no,
you might.
Like
so BJP. Rajinikanth is not with BJP. BJP is with Rajinikanth, is what you can say. And the pun is intended.
Rajinikanth, you have to accept that Rajinikanth.
Sir, with due respect to Rajiniisms, you have to say BJP with Rajinikanth, not Rajinikanth with BJP.
What is that?
But moving on, sir, you can take credit and you can say, what have you done about it? Nothing. You've not been able to push this. You've not been able to make it a political agenda. You've not been able to make it a story of the masses. Yes, Mr. Murari. Yes, Mr. Murari. Yes. Yes, Mr. Murari. Yes. Yes, Mr. Murari.
Yes. Let me come in. Jayalalitha made a very profound statement. Please don't interrupt me. Made a very profound statement when she was in power. When it came to any Tamil Nadu interstate issue, the national parties, whether it is BJP or Congress, would not take a stand. Whether it's on Kaveri or Krishna or Mullapraya. Please allow me to talk. Because they have bases in these states, whereas they have no base in Tamil Nadu. So the point is, we have to fight our own battle. So the issue is politicized. Please let me talk.
Point is, you two, the gentlemen sitting next to each other can keep arguing, but Mr. Murari, times have changed. Things have moved on. Now there is an equation. There is an equation with someone like Mr. Rajinikanth taking up the issue for the people of Tamil Nadu and it resonating inside the Prime Minister's office. And if that personal equation can translate for the betterment of the people of Tamil Nadu, I don't think anybody will grudge that.
If he is the Prime Minister of the country, he can do it.
Let's go across to
And the
Vinoba
Chief Minister
Bhupati.
of Tamil Nadu
No,
is
sir.
not able to do it.
Political
Let us be
parties can
practical
keep
about
blaming
it.
each other, but you need somebody who will show the mettle to do it. And if Mr. Rajinikanth says, back me and I'll show it and I'll get it done, then we have to give him a chance to do it. And nobody else can take that platform. He's taken it away from everybody else. He's taken it away from everybody else. Yes, Vinoba Bhupati. Yes, Vinoba Bhupati.
Let us talk about today.
Just 2 points.
I'll come to Saravanan after that. Saravanan and Mr. Rajinikanth.
I'll tell you one thing. Any central government, irrespective of the central government, either Congress or BJP, they have ditched Tamil Nadu. In spite of the Supreme Court verdict, the BJP government did not institute the Kaveri Management Board. So they are claiming credit for interlinking rivers is absolute farce. Number two, Mr. Rajinikanth can enter into politics. We don't have any problem with it. But unfortunately, to enter into politics, somebody should have a courage which Rajinikanth did not have. For the
You are saying Mr. Rajinikanth does not have courage. Now I'm telling you, when August 20th, come August 20th, what happens in Tiruchi? What happens in Tiruchi? Who all comes out of that day? What are the questions that are put out there? Then we will see who's got the courage and who's worried and who's shaking. Now, Mr. Saravanan, the fact is, sir, and I'll come to I have a question for Mr. Rajashekaran after I speak to Mr. Saravanan. Yes, Saravanan. Yes, sir.
Yeah, Anand, you're speaking about the interlinking of rivers and you're speaking as though it's only proposed by Mr. Rajinikanth and nobody else is talking about it. It is our leader, Mr. M.K. Stalin, on 27/6/2017, last June, he wrote a letter to the Prime Minister asking to implement this interlinking of rivers.
He was a month and 5 days or 10 days later than Mr. Rajinikanth.
Whatever. It's not a question of.
You have to state the facts also, Mr. Saravanan. I'm not saying that Mr. Stalin didn't say it, but he said it after Mr. Rajinikanth donated that 1 crore rupees. He met the farmers and he spoke about the interlinking of rivers. That's what happened. You woke up to the cause because Rajinikanth spoke about it.
And I also want.
So if this person, if this man has the ability to make you realize that these are causes that you have ignored or you have not done anything about, then that is something that you have to give serious consideration.
He was
it's not that.
17 years.
It's not
that. Deputy Chief Minister Stalin, but he didn't do it.
And another aspect is that Mr. Rahul Ishwar, I don't know from which state he is in. He has been saying that Tamil Nadu has been a hotbed of corruption as though he's talking Tamil Nadu is a hellhole. It's not so. I invite him to the state of Tamil Nadu, look at the development here on the social front.
So if the development on the social front has been fantastic.
About the state of affairs in the state of Tamil Nadu.
Correct.
I appreciate what Mrs.
Correct. But you tell me, Mr. Saravanan, and let me ask Mr. Rajashekaran this, because he clearly is coming out more as the Kamal fan and less of the Rajini fan, as he's put Kamal Hassan and Rajinikanth together. Now, why is it that Mr. Kamal Hassan is sharing the dais with the DMK, but Mr. Rajinikanth is not? Whereas both of the leaders have spoken against corruption. Mr. Kamal Hassan the other day actually called on and said, call up all the leaders. Their numbers are put out on the website. Call all the leaders and question them directly. And promptly the numbers vanished. The Madras High Court has has noticed it. Now the DMK, with due respect to the party and the leaders, has got a lot of questions and cases on corruption. It has, and that's a fact. Mr. Rajinikanth says, I want a party and an image free of corruption. Mr. Kamal Hassan is attending the meeting.
Are corrupt.
So now you please tell me what should the people choose and who should the people choose?
Anand. Yes. Now give me 1 minute without interrupting me. Okay. Say, Rajinikanth and Kamala Hassan are not two different entities. I'll make this point very clear. I want to ascertain this, that you are speaking about two great friends who have traveled for more than 4 decades. See, you are all trying to fish in the troubled water.
You have to take.
See, no political party.
No. Are you kidding?
No, I'll tell you. See, I'll tell you. No, let me finish. See, Rajinikanth and Kamala Hassan, if they really want to do something to the people of the state, they should definitely join hands and start a party and do good to the people.
Not
instead of
necessarily.
helping the corrupt
got
politicians
his own
and the corrupt
path.
political parties
Both
who have
have got
looted the
different
state.
paths. How can they join together?
See, let me
Mr.
finish.
Rajashekaran.
See, Narayana, please keep quiet for some time.
Mr. Rajashekaran, this is...
Please stop this.
Mr. Rajashekaran.
Let me finish. See, I don't need advice from any political party. I am only telling what the people wish.
No, the people wish. I'll tell you what. I'll tell you what the people wish, Mr. Rajashekaran. Mr. Rajashekaran.
See, be it
Mr. Rajashekaran.
be it Rajinikanth.
Mr.
No,
Rajashekaran.
Anand, you have asked me a question. You have posed a question. Let me answer it.
Yeah,
please.
Yeah,
When
you can answer the question without shouting your lungs out, sir.
Properly.
You can without shouting your lungs out. You can answer the question.
Yeah, please. When somebody tries to heckle me, I have to out.
You don't need to, sir. Neither Rajinikanth nor Kamal Hassan need to raise their voice. And since you are following both their footsteps, you also don't need to raise their voice. Allow Times Now to do that. We raise our voice, and we help people raise their voice for issues.
Yeah, definitely. Definitely. Times Now. I should congratulate Times Now to really take interest.
So the fact is, you're trying to say that if Mr. Rajinikanth, since now, now let's get back to the issue. Since you are saying that Mr. Rajinikanth and Mr. Kamal Hassan have always worked together closely, they chose different paths as far as their cinema is concerned, but they've always consulted each other. So if Mr. Rajinikanth takes the political plunge, I'm sure Mr. Kamal Hassan will back him. He will say, I fully support Mr. Rajinikanth, and their stand is similar. Mr. Kamal Hassan has talked about interlinking of rivers, and he's talked about the Kaveri issue to resolve it. He's talked about a government free of corruption. He's also called for transparency in governance. These are the three agendas that Mr. Rajinikanth is pitching. So are you trying to say...
DMK, Anand. He did not speak about DMK. He did not speak about DMK. He was partisan.
See, I'll tell you. See, Anand, let me finish.
No, wait. No, Saravanan wants to intervene. Allow Mr. Saravanan to intervene.
See, let Kamal Hassan...
No, Narayanan Tirupati said something about the DMK. The DMK should get a chance to respond. Yes, Mr. Saravanan.
Yes.
Sabha, closing comments from you after that.
And also did not speak about the polarizing ways of the BJP. He did not speak anything against the BJP. Does it mean he is supporting the BJP? I don't know what twisted logic Mr. Narayan
Sir, my point is,
he has not condemned.
This is what will happen. BJP will fight with the DMK, DMK will fight with the AIDMK, AIDMK will question the Congress party, and Mr. Rajinikanth will come out and say, listen, people of Tamil Nadu, these are my 3-point agenda: interlinking of the rivers to solve the farmers' issues, transparency in governance, and no corruption in my government. Are you with me or are you with anybody else? And imagine what the response of the people of Tamil Nadu will be. Sabanakwi, do you not believe that he has caught the pulse? He's got the 3 core issues that work with the people.
Of course. Movie tickets were sold black.
No, I am asking someone sitting in New Delhi, watching the developments in Tamil Nadu dispassionately, to close the debate with her point of view. Allow that, gentleman, please. Yes.
Okay. Number one, naturally a figure, as I said in the beginning, Rajinikanth, entering politics is exciting for all of India, particularly for Tamil Nadu. But as I pointed out, he's doing it at a much later stage of his life. About, Tamil Nadu parties, be it BJP or be it Congress, even to the DMK person, I mean, they have also tied up with the BJP. We may remember that. DMK was a very regular part of the Atal Bihari Vajpayee's establishment after Jayalalitha gave them such a torrid time. So, Tamil Nadu is a very, very unique place with its very, very unique history. I admire that state in many ways. The way they are way ahead of us in North India on many indicators. So let's never ever talk patronizingly about whatever the political journey there. They are way ahead of us in social indicators. Whatever comes, all the best to Tamil Nadu.
Yes.
That's all that I can say here. And Rajinikanth is an exciting figure for all of us.
Yes.
And that's all.
Yeah, he just brings makes the Tamil Nadu politics look a little vibrant right now, and looks like people will have another option and perhaps somebody to gravitate around. That's what Tamil Nadu politics has done. Although the challenges are going to be many for Mr. Rajinikanth too. Closing with 2 points of views. From our viewers who are watching this broadcast on involve.in, Shivaranjani says Rajinikanth's movie Kabali got entertainment tax waived without qualifying as a cultural movie. How will he fight corruption? Is a question that's asked to Team Rajini. On the other side, they say Rajinikanth will create waves in the state with his vision. He will also enter national scene. Good luck to him, says Madhusudan Bhandarkar. Chennai people should know cinema and politics are two different arenas, says Sindhuja. And finally, Modi's surgical strike and demonetization and now Rajini's river linking project will be great achievements of India, game changers, says Mr. Rajendra Sharma. Clearly a Modi fan and a Rajini fan there making that comment. But the inference is this river linking project seems to be a game changer. And is that going to be the hook that will bring in the masses in Trichy? We'll see how it all pans out on the 20th of August. Thank you very much.